out of Austin, Texas. But Augie, the lefty, played tennis at the University of Arizona. Also had a full-time data science profession and got laid off, said never would have quit. And now he's a full-time pickleball pro with having so much success.
And I like to see, starting off this match, that AJ Koller is the best version of himself when he is sleeveless. That is when he really steps up his game. When he has sleeves, he's just not.
Sleeveless. I said sleepless.
No, sleeveless. He really amps up the aggression and the play when he goes sleeveless, and I love to see that.
Sun's out, guns out. He knows the rules. 81 degrees, cooking in Atlanta.
And really what AJ brings to the table is an offensive mindset and world-class hand speed. And he has given the Johns brothers a little bit of trouble, not necessarily from a winning matches perspective, but a point-to-point, what he does is create chaos, and that is what the Johns brothers don't love. And we see unforced errors unfortunately creep in on these first 2 points, as that is the key for AJ Koller. When he minimizes the errors and lets his just natural offensive flow happen, that is when he's big trouble. And misses that one long as Collin Johns trying to call off BenJohns earlier in this point. And the last ball from AJ Koller clearly out. Oh, what a ball there from Augie Ga. And I mentioned what AJ Koller brings to the table. Ben says he doesn't like lefties, and Augie is an incredibly good, consistent, solid lefty with a variety of different shots. So on paper, there's reason to believe that the boys on the far end could have success in this match.
Well, just missed there. I'm a proud subscriber of the James Ignatowicz newsletter, and his hot take this week is about lefties and how you should let your lefty partner take the balls in the middle. I'll explain why he said that in a moment.
Oh, AJ Koller winning the dink battle against the Johns brothers. Let's go.
So on James's point about lefties, he says, your ability to attack both players is present when you have those forehands in the middle. But he says one of the biggest misconceptions is that the player on the left is looking to dictate just because they're on the left. He says when you let the lefty take it, it gives you more leverage because they put more pressure on the person on the left side of the court.
Good Lord, what is going on after the resets from everybody on point? And, you know, James, well, let's just be clear, James has a lot of hot takes. But I kind of see where he's coming from on this one, so I'm on board with that.
There it is.
Just the patented backhand roll from BenJohns. And also, you face less lefties. They have a little bit different spin. The ball comes at you from a bit of a different angle. So why not, in that righty-lefty matchup, why not let the left-handed player hit those shots to put pressure on? I'm with it. In there. Nice ball from AJ Koller after a little shoulder fake from Collin Johns. Looking to go outside the box, which is a rarity.
Can't get one off the tape for AJ Koller. And you know who would have not been pleased with that? Collin Johns straight ahead. The dinking machine.
combination there from BenJohns. I still can't believe his favorite shot, he said, is a forehand dink. Come on, Collin. Come on, man.
Well, hopefully we get a chance to ask him about that.
I mean, that is ridiculously low for pulling with offense, and BenJohns gets away with it against an opponent with very good hands. Wow, corner pocket on the two-handed backhand, adding to his game as the best player in the world. He's been drilling, he's been focused on that two-handed backhand dink, the two-handed backhand speed up, and here we see the two-handed backhand ATP. That was an interesting situation with Augie over on the left side of the court instead of the right side.
1-8-1.
But hey, against the Johns brothers, just do something different.
Second serve.
Augie imposing his will.
Takes about 9 shots to finish the deal against the Johns brothers. You just have to stay locked in.
Augie is so smart. He developed his own app for training in pickleball to train his hand and eye speed. He says it's simple. I don't believe him.
Yeah, is that not what everyone does, Michelle?
No, it's not.
Great.
I guess when you get a master's from Brown, that's kind of what you can do.
Yep.
8-2-1. Point.
A couple times now, low attacks. Couple flipping with the backhand for Ben. This forehand off the bounce from a low position. Augie's got to find a way to come up with those forehand counters. That's just too much pressure. So just soft and steady. And when it gets ramped up, they seem to be able to switch gears over to power play so easily, the Johns brothers.
Game point for the Johns. Just missed it off the tape. Game point number 2. Johns brothers had a tough outing in game 2 yesterday. Dropped one to Anik Lohani and Kaden Nemov, by the way. So love to get out the door in 2 if they can.
There's that world-class hand speed of AJ Koller. Now can he just pair that with a bit cleaner play on the soft stuff? Has not been the case in game 1. Man, that is nasty from that position to go inside out with the one-handed backhand from BenJohns.
2-10-2.
BenJohns all over it, dancing and prancing through the middle. Game point number 3 for the Johns brothers.
10-2-1.
Oh my goodness, that is clockwork for the Johns brothers in game 1.
May 30th through Sunday, June 2nd. You don't want to miss it. It was wild last year, and it's going to get even better this year. Game 2 upon us now between the Johns brothers and Koller on the near side of your screens. The 13 seed with the lefty in the white. Lob punish by Collin Johns.
Yeah, pretty patient point, a couple resets in the middle of it, and just some classic Johns brothers pickleball carrying over from game 1. That seemed to be over in a flash. There's a nice slapper from Augustus. Actually, the setup ball that got him that overhead was even more impressive. There's that one-handed roll from AJ Koller, clipping the tape and sitting up. Easy cookie there from BenJohns to slap down. That's a great lob from Augustus. Two-handed backhand off the bounce. And he often, when you were on the right side, you lob cross-court. This time he goes right over the head of BenJohns. There's a nice pull from AJ Koller, confusing the Johns brothers as Collin was loaded up on the forehand. And BenJohns a bit late filling the middle.
Oh, what a grab from Augie. Tweener, whoa, he got it.
Okay, what a point from all 4 players, and Collin Johns in the middle of it with the slapper. Yeah, he hit it with pace.
Says the forehand ding's his favorite shot. I think this guy's the next tweener king. What do you say? Look out, Elshon, he's coming for you.
Oh, there, some aggressive forward movement from AJ Koller, and that forced a clear air wide on the soft stuff from BenJohns. So great start for the boys on the near end. That's a great first volley on the run from Collin Johns. But as I mentioned, nice run as the ball goes back over to Ben and Collin with a 3-point deficit. Oh man, some really nice hand speed from AJ Koller after he sped up on the second ball and got even more of what he wanted to on the third ball, but missed it wide. Just a phenomenal eye from BenJohns as that ball is right at his midsection. And I expect just more soft shots to AJ Koller from the Johns brothers.
Collin Johns slaps it Get that out of here.
Nice,
Tie game.
Yeah, nice short stroke. Kind of a mini scorpion there up above his head to hit the ball down into the court. And that 4-1 lead has completely evaporated.
Second serve. Point.
Yeah, and this is just, it's one of those long-term situations. The Johns brothers know that they can be hurt point to point by some of the offensive Augie and AJ Koller, but they know in the long run, game to game, that they like their strategy. Yeah, that's a nice spot as BenJohns contacting that counterattack about a foot behind his body. Really nice pull with the one-handed backhand from Augie Guh.
4-5-1.
Oh, man.
That was the shot.
Yeah,
Just missed it.
AJ finally completely fooled BenJohns, who was sitting heavy on the forehand side. Somehow been tucked in that left side of his body, and the ball sails long. Yeah, nice dig from Augie, and a rare one-handed backhand from the kitchen line when his opponents are back. Mistake for Ben.
Oh.
Yeah, well, normally friendly fire is off your partner's paddle. This time, AJ hit himself.
5-5-1. Second serve.
Nice job there. After a quality ball from Augie Guh, AJ Koller finding the corner pocket for a clean winner.
5-5-2. Side out.
All right, we got something going on here. 4-1 lead. It has evaporated, but the ball back over to AJ and Augie
5-5-1.
tied up. So this is a big moment in game two, clearly. I know he missed that last one, but back at the court or up at the kitchen line, for you amateurs at home, the center of gravity and the knee bend for Augie Guh, he uses his lower body so well for almost all of his shots.
What does he do better than other players?
Well,
Nice.
I mean, right there. I mean, you can see it. He is down low, and he is striking the ball clean from that position, whether it's offense like we just saw, or when he's in a defensive stance, to have that paddle and that upper body as close to the court as possible.
Point.
Augie's saying so good, AJ. He's had some mixed results attacking with his forehand from the middle of the court at Ben, but worked that time. And then you have on the other end of the court, after I talked about Augie, is Collin just standing straight up on every single shot and somehow still making them. So, you know,
Opposite.
yeah, different strokes for different folks, I guess.
Ooh, generous line calls on both sides.
Yeah, I thought that was very close on the lob, on the near end where it was on the sideline of AJ Koller, but he didn't hesitate for a second and just played the ball. Ridiculous hand speed. I understand Collin Johns is 2 or 3 feet off the kitchen line when he hits that counter, but it is absolutely blistered, and AJ Koller was ready.
6-7-2.
Pressure from the Johns brothers to tie it back up at 7.
Yeah, a reasonable pull from Augie Guh, as it is from his cross-court opponent, but it was from the middle of the court, so he didn't give Collin Johns too much extra time, but Collin still tattoos the counter.
Oh, just back. Almost got him.
But you can, I mean, you can see. I mean, there has been some loose errors from Koller and Guh, but in some of these firefights, they stand tall pretty well against the Johns brothers. Really nice hand speed. Yeah, there's that that hockey forearm. AJ Koller, he really just can create a lot of pace and a lot of spin with just a little flip.
Point. One. Second serve.
In perfect position to kind of go soft after that power shot from BenJohns, but AJ Koller unable to come up with it. See if they can get one more, at least. Well, just a scooper right off the court, cross court for a clean winner. So maybe that's that James Ignatowicz hot take there, is let the lefty take the middle forehand.
Yeah, says it gives you leverage on defense too, because you can hold your line more. Wow, what a pull from AJ Koller.
Yeah, and we have a game point for Augie Guh and AJ Koller. My goodness, after game one, this is shocking.
Oh my, barely survived it. Oh wow, how did that one squeak through on Collin's side?
Yeah, nice footwork by Collin. I think Augie overthought it too. He got to put that ball back over to Collin Johns instead of attacking Ben.
Nice jink for AJ Koller, perfectly placed from BenJohns.
I'm getting PTSD from my playing days right here. 10-8 lead.
Oh my goodness. What happened?
It clipped Ben's body, and he let them know instantly. That's good sportsmanship from BenJohns.
9-10-2.
Favorite shot. Oh no, and a game point and a 10-8 lead evaporated for Guh and Koller. The Johns brothers tied at 10.
Some amazing lobs, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
was perfect.
The success rate, and even though they've had success with it, they haven't been come up with two. Then we'll get to that ladies matchup. If not, we're going to game 3.
Augie Guh closes the door. Crucial moment to do so.
Yeah, AJ Koller's offense is stepping up too. He had trouble jamming up Ben in game 1 in the first half of game 2, but he has found some decent spots against the best player in the world the second half of this game.
BenJohns finds the opening just barely on Augie Guh.
Yeah, what a spot. But even when Koller and Guh leave a dink or two high, they seem to be bailing themselves out at a pretty high clip.
Good get by Augie. Oh my gosh. Both paddles fall to the floor.
Oh, we got a hat down too. I mean, my goodness, those were wild gets, and they both came forward with so much aggression, and maybe just a little bit too much from Augie.
Sorry, partner.
And all of that from Guh and Koller, and Ben and Collin just slowly walk back to the baseline and get ready for the next point.
Augie Guh's one of the nicest guys you'll meet. So humble and modest. By the way, as part of the Arizona Pickleball League, he was the scoreboard keeper for that league before he was invited to play in it.
I'd say he
Can you imagine?
I'd say he was a hair overqualified for that position.
Well, with his background at Brown and otherwise too, good with numbers, at least.
AJ Koller, so good protecting his chest and his upper body. You know, that non-tennis background really helps him out in that regard.
Strong hockey background, good hand-eye coordination. Ooh, BenJohns strikes on AJ Koller right at the right hip opening, and a game and match point now swings on the side of the Johns brothers.
Yeah, he could easily let Collin take that ball. That's great lateral movement from Ben to find some offense.
Ooh. Well done, AJ Koller.
There's the hand speed. I mean, that shot from Ben early in that point was cracked with a ton of power, and AJ Koller didn't seem to phase him a bit.
Sends out, guns out, an effective strategy on that one. Oh my, scorpion-ish.
and AJ says there's no way, as AJ clearly cross-body attacking to the backhand of Collin Johns. Unfortunately, it never made it to the backhand as the forehand scorpion got in the way.
How did he get there so quick, though? To AJ's point. A cranky out call by Collin Johns.
Oh man, that was such a big moment too, as AJ Koller was pretty much on the second ball with the forehand. And this is big trouble now with 2 cracks at match point.
Match sealed on cue for BenJohns. Pop-up chance demolished, and the Johns brothers survived a very stingy game 2 by Gunn Koller.
Yeah, I said on paper that it could be an issue for the Johns brothers. That was not the case in game 1, but...
And Ben, join us now to talk about it. CJ, things got a little bit out of hand. Tough matchup there in the second game, playing against a lefty. Where did things start to get out of hand, and how did you guys turn it around?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of, they played better in the second game, started to pull more triggers, having some success with that, and we made a couple sloppy errors, so we let them back in there, and once it gets close, it's anyone's match. So just really happy that we get through in 2.
Hey, Benny boy, really tough stretch of tournaments over the past month or 2, and I'm going to give a light shout out to my boy Noah Saraban from North Carolina. How important is it to have him on the team helping you physically, and how important is your off-court work when you have a stretch of tournaments like this?
Yeah, it's super important. I think recovery is certainly understated. If you don't recover properly, you're just not going to perform as well as you did the previous tournament. So certainly with the string of tournaments, 5 or 6 in the span of 2 months, it's pretty vital to take care of the body and at least get back to 90+% for any given tournament.
And CJ, lastly, we profiled you on one of our entrances back into the play here on Pickleball TV. They asked you what your favorite shot was, and you said it was the forehand dink. I'm going to let you try again on that question. Are you sure about that?
I think that must be a misquote there. It's got to be my block recess.
No, you said it. You were quoted on the screen saying the forehand dink was your favorite shot.
The magic of videotape.
Adam chirped you, don't worry.
All right, we'll go with both then.
Must have been dated.
I think both of those are pretty solid.